Hello, this is Stacy George, and this is my final presentation for CIS 9467. So, one of my goals is to open a retail store and call it Premier, and the store would specialize in women's custom and ready-to-wear clothing. So this assignment was perfect because it got me to work on my financial statement, which was a little challenging. In putting together the financials, I started with the startup expenses here, and which shows the expenses I will incur in order to start Premier. I plan to invest $30,000 of my savings and will receive an additional $50,000 from an angel investor. Using the what-if scenario here, I'm able to see how my total source of funds would be depending on the amount I receive from my angel investor. By running a summary report, I'm able to get a snapshot of the different investor figures. So what I did here was create three different scenarios: the original investor fund, a larger amount of the investor fund, and a slightly larger increase. So you can see here, if I do the large angel investor fund, you can see what it would look like if it's $80,000. Okay, and scroll down, and you'll see that based on this, my bank loans $200,000. The total source of funds would be $310,000. Right, and then with the larger fund, it would be $330,000. And looking here, my scenario summary shows me what the different investor funds versus the total amount I would need to start my business. So I then created a 3-year cash flow detailed projection sheet, which shows my cash in along with the unit cost of the clothing and services. Here, services I plan to offer along with my projected earnings and costs for 3 years. So looking at the report for the first year here, I will make $966,225. However, I would like that revenue to be $1 million. It's ambitious, yes, however, it's worth seeing if it's feasible. So what would need to happen is that my unit cost for some of the items would need to increase. So what would that look like if they were changed so I can get the desired revenue? Using Goal Seek, I can get a sense of what might need to be changed to get me to the 1 million goal. Here's Goal Seek. So setting the cell, which is here, and to the value of 1 million. Is that 1 million? Yes. And then by changing, let's say we are changing the price of shirts. So here the calculations are populated. And cancel that so you can see better. Here. Okay. So we would need to increase the price of shirts to $134.64 in order to get to my 1 million revenue mark. And let's cancel that. And let's say I was to increase the price of dresses. to the million. Okay, so the price adjustment will need to increase to $223.95. So these prices are not feasible. I don't think anyone would really buy a dress that isn't custom made from my store just yet. So maybe I can't get to $1 million the first year by changing the prices of the items. So then, after doing the cash flow detail, the cash flow detail projections, I then wanted to move to the profit and loss projections. So, analyzing a 3-year profit and loss projection, I see that I will take a huge hit and have a negative net profit of $415,505. I will, however, by 2017 bounce back here and make a profit of $487,760. Unfortunately, the growth trajectory is short-lived because in 2018, here, profits are projected to drop by $27,940. I would like my profits in 2018 to be $500,000. Using Solver, I can see what needs to be changed to get my profits to the $500K mark. To do this, I set my objective here. In Solver, then I set my objective, which is here. And then the cell with my 2018 net profits to value of $500,000. The changing variable cell I select is J7. J7. Here's a changing variable cell, J7, which is the cell cost of the goods sold for 2018. Then I run Solver, which tells me that I need to decrease my cost of goods sold so that I can get to my target profit by 2018. Here, I can just put it here and say OK. And this is what my cost of goods needs to be. Okay. So using Solver and what if analysis are great tools that help to put your projections in perspective. On the other hand, Solver is the most difficult of these tools. You have to be comfortable setting up the constraints, which takes practice and a while to figure out. If I wanted to get something a little bit more detailed, I would set up the constraints and run Solver in that manner. Okay, so looking at the different spreadsheets and looking at the figures, I do think that I am in good shape to start this business in the near foreseeable future. Thank you.